Hi friends, welcome to Sri Sai IT Hub. In this video of Core Java Programming, we are going to discuss the following topic: method overloading in Java program. So first of all, we'll understand what is method overloading. Right. So let us start with what is method. Right. So method is nothing but block of code which is used to perform a specific task in our program. So task means work in our Java program. So method is a block of code which is used to perform specific task or work in our Java program. Right. So basically, how to write a method. Okay. So the syntax to write a method goes like this. First we write return type followed by method name and then input parameters. Next, body of the method. So inside the body of the method, in the last we write return value. Okay, right. So every method has these 5 things. First one, method name. Okay. Second one, input parameters. So input parameters means input data which is given for executing the method body. Next, third one, we have body. So body means the work we are going to perform inside the method after accepting the input parameters. Fourth one, return value. So after executing the method, what is the value you are returning to the calling method? And then finally, fifth one, return type. So return type indicates what is the return value data type. So let us take one small example for this. Okay. So example, something like int sum, int a, int b. Okay. So I'll take one local variable int c. So c is equals to a plus b. Then I'll say return c. So here the name of the method is sum. Input values are a and b. Body local variable c. C is equals to a plus b. And then return c. And the data type of c is integer. So that is what is our return type. Okay. So this is how we define a method and then how to use the method. Okay. So how to use or call a method. So it's very simple. We have to use example of the above one, sum 10 comma 20. Okay. So here sum 10 comma 20, it will call this method. It will perform 10 plus 20 30. It will return 30. So that 30 we can store it in something like result and we can display the result value in our program. So this is how we write a method. So now coming to method overloading. So this is our main concept. What is this method overloading? So definition goes like this: two or more methods in same class with same name. Two or more methods in same class with same name, and at least one difference in method signature. Method signature. Now what is this method signature? Let us try to understand. So method signature means three things. First one, number of parameters. Second one, order of parameters. And third one, data type of parameters. So number of parameters, order of parameters, and data type of parameters. So if we have at least one difference with same name and at least one difference in method signature, so those methods are considered to be in overloaded forms. So let us take a small example as like the previous one. So let us reuse this example for method overloading. Right, so this is a method. Okay, here we have two parameters. Okay, what are the parameters? Int comma int. So this will do sum of two numbers. Okay, we can also take it like this. So int sum, okay, int a, int b, int c. So take the local variable d. So d is equals to a plus b plus c. Return d. So here we have three parameters: int, int, int. So these two are considered to be in overloaded forms. Okay, so number of parameters are changing. Okay, right. So we can also take it like this. Okay, so something like float a, float b. Okay, so here we have two parameters, float comma float. Okay, so the return type will also be float. So take the local variable float c and finally return c. So this third one is having two parameters and the first one is having two parameters. But what is the difference? Data types are changing. In the first one, data types are int int. In the third one, data types are int int. So these are considered to be in overloaded forms. Okay, we can also take it like this. Okay, right. So we can take int a, float b. So here we have two parameters, int comma float. Okay, and finally the definition is same, float c, c is equals to a plus b, return c. Okay, we'll take one more here, same example, but we'll change the order of parameters. So instead of int a, we'll take float a comma int b. So here the parameters are float comma int. So remaining body is same, local variable float c, c is equals to a plus b, return c. So if we consider these two, okay, so two parameters, but order of the parameters are changing, int comma float, float comma int. So these two methods, some methods, they have same name, at least one difference in the signature. So signature is order of parameters, int float, okay, and float int. So okay, so order or data type is also changing. So all these five examples comes under overloaded examples. So we have same name, but we have at least one difference in signature, number of parameters, order of parameters, and data type of parameters. Okay, so let us try to do a small program for this. Okay, so we'll take the same example only. So method overloading example1 dot java. So program to perform method overloading. Okay, so here we'll do sum of given numbers. So let us take the same example for this. Right, so take a new page, put the comment. So let us take something like class sum methods. Okay, right. Now inside this class we'll take the 4 methods. So first one 2 parameters int. Second one 3 parameters int. Third one 2 parameters float. Fourth one 2 parameters int float, and fifth one 2 parameters float int. So let us use all these in the sum method program. Okay, right. So total we have 5 methods here. So let us try to execute all these cases one by one. Okay, right. So first let us take method overloading example1 main class. So this is the main class with main method public static void main string of args. Right. So let us save this program in our working directory. Right. So let the program name be method overloading example1 dot java. Right. So save it. So let us create an object of some methods in our program. Main program, main class, main method. So some methods obj is equals to new some methods. Object is created. So let us try to call all the 5 methods. So here we'll give one message, right? So system.out.println sum of numbers using method overloading. Okay, so method overloading example. Right, so the first sum goes like this: system.out.println. Okay, so here sum int comma int. Okay, so this is the message, right? So after this message, string concatenation obj dot sum of 10 comma 20. So when you say sum of 10 comma 20, it will call the first method. Okay, so 10 plus 20 30, return 30. So that return 30 value will be displayed in the system.out.println sum int comma int. So the answer should be here something like 30. Right, so save the program, come to the command prompt, compile the program in your working directory. So javac method overloading example1 dot java. Right, so what is expected? Yeah, so in the last closing circle bracket is expected. Save this, recompile the program and run it. So java method overloading example1. So sum of numbers using method overloading example. So the first sum is 30, int comma int. Okay, let us go for the next sum. Sum int comma int. So we'll pass 10 comma 20 comma 30. So this will call the second method. So 10, 20, 30, A, B, C. Return A plus B plus C, 60. So that 60 will be displayed in the sum int, int, int. Right. So recompile the program and rerun it. Okay. So 10, 20 and okay. So here we have given 20, we'll give it as 30. Right. Recompile and rerun. So the answer is 30. Right. So now let us take the third example. So the third example goes like this. Sum float comma float. Right. So here we'll pass something like 10.5 comma 20.5 f. F indicates it's a float value. Okay. Right. Save the program. Clear screen. Recompile the program and rerun the program. Right. So once again save the program, recompile, rerun. So the answer is 10.5 plus 20.5. Return 31.0. Okay. Right. So next let us take int comma float. So sum integer value 10 comma 20.5. So it will call sum method with two parameters. First value is integer and second value is float. So 10 plus 20.5. So we should get the answer as 30.5. So compile and rerun the program. 30.5. Okay. Right. So last case, float comma int. So sum 10.5 comma 20. So float comma int. So here we should get the same answer, 30.5. Recompile, rerun. So float comma int 30.5. So all these sum methods are in overloaded forms. Same name, but at least one difference in the method signature. Number of parameters. Next, order of parameters, int, float. Next, data type of parameters, int, int, float, float. So this is how we are supposed to perform method overloading in Java program. So thank you for watching this video. Do like and share this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel Sri Sai IT Hub. Have a nice day.